What is the deal, everybody? Long time no see. I know it's been a minute. It's your boy j.koolii. We back with another video. We're gonna get into it. So I'm letting the car warm up right now. It's probably my first time driving it in like a week, probably 2 weeks. I started every few days or whatever, but I don't think I drove this car for like about half of a month, man.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
So yeah, we back into it. Slowly but surely. I got some content coming for y'all. Don't worry, it's about to hit winter. It's gonna get slow, whatever, blah blah blah. But I'm gonna still be trying to make, you know, content for y'all. But yeah, so today's video is gonna be the top 5 mods that you can do to your Mustang GT. Not V6, not V4 or whatever, EcoBoost. I'm talking about the real deal Holyfield V8s. No, you know, no diss to y'all, but it's just a little different for y'all, you feel me? I don't know too much about the V6, but I feel like it ain't gonna add that much, you know, pizzazz, or it'll be unnecessary for a V6. So V8 only. I'm gonna do 2018 through 2021, since that's the newest one. So S550, the current gens. But yeah, let's get into the video. So the first mod is pretty obvious. It's probably the first mod you do to any car, any race car, any car that you think has potential to grow and horsepower. It's gonna be an intake. Now, why do you want an intake? It is a lot more efficient depending on which intake you guys get. Me specifically, I have the Roush supercharger, so it comes with the Roush intake, and it's a closed intake. Now, that's the thing. That's another thing I'm saying. I feel like, personally, a closed intake is more efficient and keeps heat away from, you know, the intake manifold, or, you know, your throttle body, or whatever, wherever your air is going to. I feel like it's a lot better if the intake is closed. So yeah, that's gonna be the first mod for you. It's gonna be a cold air intake, not a hot air intake. Make sure you get a closed box intake. I feel like it's the most efficient thing, and you feel me? You're gonna add at least about 10 horsepower just from that. You may need a tune, you may not need a tune. Some manufacturers claim that you don't even need a tune, but you know me, I like to tune for anything. If I fucking put a steering wheel on this car, I'm gonna get a tune. So yeah, that's the first thing. Now on to the next. Now, the second mod that you need for your Mustang GT, I would personally say, is an exhaust system. Now, what that exhaust system is gonna be is entirely upon you. If you like raspy, loud, you feel me, it's gonna be a different setup. If you like quiet, you know, or being able to change your modes, it's gonna be a different setup. Now, the 2018 through 21s have the active exhaust, and don't get me wrong, it's great. Works perfectly. If you want it quiet, it'll be as quiet as a mouse. If you want it loud, it'll be about a 6 out of 10 on the loud scale. I give it that. But some people are looking for a little more sound, but not being obnoxious, which is what I went with. So I went with a Xpipe. So basically what that does is it deletes an extra muffler from under the car and adds Xpipe. You know, Xpipe, you know, it crosses each other. It increases sound. It's less muffled and it's not obnoxious. And if you like pops and crackles, like I remember personally when I've had the stock car, I was on the freeway doing, you know, rolls with my friend. He was like, yeah, I can hear it popping. But inside the car, I cannot hear anything popping. So I thought he was just messing with me. And now that I have an Xpipe, there is no question about, oh, is it popping? Can I hear it? You can hear it with closed windows inside of the car. So I feel like that's the best investment. If you want to spend a little more money, like an Xpipe, probably 200 bucks, maybe 100 to install, and that's probably like me pushing it, so 300 total. It might be like 200 to 300, just to give y'all a rough estimate. But if you really want to go all out crazy, you could straight pipe it. If you want to be super loud, you can straight pipe it. It's probably not the most efficient exhaust, but I mean, whatever floats your boat, man. Some people just want to be the loudest thing on the road at all times in every city. You know, they hate their neighbors. I feel that wholeheartedly, because that's how my Scat Pack was. But I think I'm a little past that now. It's a little obnoxious. It even irritates me now, being that loud. But yeah, and if you want it quiet, keep your active exhaust. You could cut off the cats. You could cut off the, put an Xpipe on and leave the active exhaust on, so you still have that, versatility with sounds. You could quiet it up when you want to. You could put the quiet mode startup on, all that good stuff. So yeah, that's the second investment that you should make into your Mustang GT. Now, if you're making some power, you feel me, you're gonna be making power regardless. I think it's like at least 400 wheel. I would say 410, 415 wheel from factory. 460 horsepower to the crank. That's no slouch. I know y'all be seeing them videos where people, they may hit a crowd, they may hit a curve, depending on how they feeling that day. But let's not end up like that. Now, the third investment is gonna be like a double take. They go together hand in hand. I would say get a wider rim, or you could change all four. You could just change the back to get replicas like I got 11-inch replicas, because they come with like 9.5, I believe, wide. These are 11-inch, Hellcat red eye wide. And honestly, if you look from the back from a distance, it makes the car look like a wide body because the wheels stick out so much. It's not like obnoxiously sticking out like weird. Like the alignment is still good, but you can tell like this ain't no regular GT, man. Like this might have some power to it. So yeah, I feel like you should go with a wider wheel out back. The fronts are fine, especially if you don't want drag or want to be slower. I would say the back is the biggest investment. A wider rim. It don't have to be 11 inches. It could be about 10 inches if you want to, whatever, 10.5. But I feel like you'll get the best bang for your buck with 11 inches. And also, you want to get a good tire. You can't just be 400, 500, 600 horsepower and you're on stock tires, bro. Like that is the number one thing that people who crash or whatever, they don't have good tires, or their tires are used up and burnt out because they did all these burnouts and stuff. They don't take care of their tires. Tires will save your life. That's how serious tires are. I know it's expensive. It might be 300. It might be 200. You might even find 100 a pair. Not a pair, but per one. 200 a pair. I feel like that's the most important investment you can make in a car other than oil is your tires. That's what keeps you alive. That's what makes sure you go home at night. So invest in a good tire. I like personally Nitto 555 R2. Not the ones. I never used the ones. I heard they were terrible. I heard NTO5s were terrible. I don't really care for Nitto other than the 555 R2s. Now, the thing about the R2s they are a lot better in the rain. Like, you can drive 50 miles per hour, 55 miles per hour, as long as you haven't been doing burnouts and stuff and the tread is going. If you have tread, I personally wouldn't recommend even doing burnouts with these tires. It's pointless. It's a 19-inch rim. It's like you're heating it up for no reason. You're not gonna, that's a different story. But yeah, so yeah, I feel like that's the best investment you could get is the tire and rim. And also, it looks better aesthetically. I'll probably show y'all some pictures or whatever. But yeah, that was I believe that was the third thing. Yeah, that was the third thing. All right, on to the fourth. Now, the fourth thing that you can do to your Mustang GT to make it look better aesthetically, I would say is lowering springs. Now, there's a disclaimer. If you have Magna Ride, you can't lower your car as much as people without Magna Ride. I believe if you have Magna Ride, you can lower it like 3/4 of an inch, which really isn't much, but you would be surprised how much 3/4 of an inch all around can do to your vehicle. It gives it an aggressive stance. It looks meaner. It handles a lot better. I wouldn't say a lot better, but it does handle a lot, I mean a little better, and it does lower the you know, center of gravity on the car, making it, you know, take turns, you know, better. Now with non-magnet ride, which, you know, I have, it is a bumpy ride or whatever, but it's a race car at the end of the day, man. I got 750 horsepower. I mean, I'm not looking to be the most comfortable guy. Clearly you can tell by the seats, I don't really care for comfort. Not in a race car. I feel like you get the full experience, you know, with the roughest suspension. But anyway, now if you have the non-magnet ride, you can lower it about 1.25 inches up front, and I believe like 1 inch in the back, which is dramatic. I'll show y'all a picture or video, whatever, in between these. But yeah, it's such a dramatic change. Now the one thing, if you change your front bumper lip, or you plan on getting a splitter and you're lowered, you will be scraping. That is a disclaimer. There's no question about, if you hit a pothole that is larger than 3 inches like deep, you're gonna scrape. You might mess up your bumper, so you have to be careful with that. That is a disclaimer. All right, on to the last, you know, necessity for your Mustang GT. All right, for the last modification you should get for your Mustang GT, when it's all said and done, you feel me, the only thing that's gonna separate you from the next guy, other than like a rap or anything, is how fast your car is. Now, how can you make the car faster? Like I said, with just your intake and your exhaust alone, and a tune, a 93 tune, nothing crazy, just a 93 tune, you will be running high 11s, which is astronomical compared to Scat Packs, Camaros, blah blah blah. Scat Packs have to be maxed out to run 11s, high 11s. Might even have to be on nitrous. They're just so heavy, bro, and it's not enough power for that weight. Camaros, they hold their own, but they need cams and heads and stuff like that. We don't need all that. All we need is a good tune from Lund or something. Maybe Palm Beach Dyno. I don't know, I heard mixed reviews about them. I would go with Lund firstly. Honestly, I would go to your local shop, you know, very first. But if you gotta have a Lund tune, go ahead, go to Lund, get your tune. I'm telling you, you're gonna be running. Now, E85. It depends on where you live, for one. For two, it's not as convenient as 93. It's just a personal choice. If you really want to run E85 all the time, which I kind of don't see the point in, especially daily driving these cars. If you're a full race car, okay, E85 all the way. Or race gas, you can use race gas. But I feel like those two are too much of a headache. I'm not even gonna get into E85. It's so many mixed reviews on YouTube, but my personal experience has been 50-50, to be honest. I honestly don't feel like E85 is even worth it, in my opinion, but to each his own. But yeah, so those are the 5 things that you need for your Mustang GT pronto, like soon as you buy it, like first week type mods. Maybe not the tune, but like the rest, you can knock it out in a week. And they're all relatively cheap, under $1,000 per mod, in my opinion, unless you go crazy on each mod, say like with exhaust and blah blah blah. But yeah, it's your boy j.koolii. This is the end of the video. If you like this video, like, comment, and subscribe. Please support me, guys. I really need more subscribers. I'm at 6.6K. I've been slacking this year, I know, but I got a lot of ideas, you know, content coming soon. Just rock with me, and I'm gonna rock with y'all. I'm out this thing. Peace.